Whew. Hey guys, welcome back to the cabin. I don't know what we're going to do today. I know what I'm going to do. I don't know if you're going to hang out with me or not, but it's a very warm day. It's like 86, 88 today. It's getting later in the day. We went to town this morning to get some materials, parts. I need parts for the blue truck. The back wheels started scraping. I'm hoping it's the brakes. So I went and bought rotors and some brake pads. Hang out with me for a little bit. You guys fix your own stuff? I was just curious. That's why I want to show you this. I've been fixing my own vehicles for the most part, unless I have a good mechanic that does it for a good price, which isn't very often. Or it's something that's over my head. I asked neighbor John if he wanted to do this, but I know how to do this. Just I know there's potential for things to go wrong. So I was just curious if you guys fix your own stuff. Like how in-depth will you go to fix your own vehicles? I do brakes, alternators, engine attachments, like alternators, water pumps, belts, some suspension stuff, like I've done shocks and a few coils. Nothing crazy though. So how in depth do you guys go, or do you at all, or do you have a good mechanic, and what's your procedure? So anyway, I got a few hours here. No matter what I do today, I'm going to be a hot, sweaty mess. So I figured I might as well get something done than just putz around. Jen's fiddle farting with her bird stuff and watering some stuff. So let's go over to the blue truck and see what we can get rolling today. I gotta do an oil change too. Alright guys, that'll keep it from, I'm not pulling both tires off at the same time, so that'll hopefully hold while I have the tire off. Alright guys, here's the trickiest part of this job that we're going to run into, is that the caliper comes off easy, 2 bolts. Compressing the piston, brake pads are fine. The problem we're going to have, let me show you. This rotor's been on there a long time, and the back of the rotor, I'll show it to you once I get off, it's all grooved. But that's not even the problem. I mean, that's the problem. Well, we can't just smack pads on here, so we have to take this rotor off or replace the rotor. The difficult part is the parking brake or emergency brake shoes are inside. They're inside here, and they get grooved, and this rotor gets pretty hard to get off. So although the caliper should come off fairly easy, knock on wood, I'm already jinxing myself probably, but try not to put your feet and head underneath the car, especially when you don't have a flat, hard surface like this. I have the other wheel chucked, but we're not on anything like super solid, so I did shake the car. But don't stick your feet underneath the rotor and the axle and your head underneath, you know. Sticking your head under here is not good either, but you have to a little bit. Just don't hang out. Oh, we gotta take this big old frickin'... Can't just take the caliper off, you gotta take this bracket off. That's gonna be a breaker bar job. Oh man, you guys missed me beating on that for a few minutes. Got it. Alright. This is pretty rusty. Pretty rusty. Whew, look at that. There's no brake pad left on that. Show it to you better in a minute. There's the back pad and there's the front. Obviously there's a little bit of the front one left, but there's zero left. Sorry, zero left on the back. Metal to metal. It's always a good idea to like lay things the way you took them out so you know. So luckily this looked loose. This is loose. So this might actually just come right off. But I gotta take this bracket off first, because I can't get it past this bracket. I forgot about that step. There we go. Woo! This is an old truck. This would make me very happy if this just came off. Oh, ho, 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 ho. That made my day. That's what I was worried about. Look at that. That is not a good route. Look at that. That is not a rotor. Look at that, guys. That is not a rotor that you would want to put pads on. Front's not too bad. Still not great. But metal on metal. I mean, I only heard the metal on metal for like one trip to town and back. So it's not like it was, I was driving around for a month like that. 40, 50 miles. And it was only scraping like You know, it only scrapes the most when you push the brakes or like immediately after. So anyway, there you go, guys. There's the shoe. Sorry, not pad, shoe. I don't think this had a shoe on it. This might be like just a stationary bracket. Normally it squeezes on both ends, or pushes out and touches the rotor. This might be stationary. This might be an old, you know, a shoe that needs to be replaced. It's just weird that that one looks normal. That one does not. There you go, guys. Let's hope we get the right parts. That's always the fear, getting the wrong parts. There we go. Looks good. We'll throw her on. Ta-da! Sweet. Good stuff. All right. Let's put our bracket back on. All right, there's the old hardware. Garbage. Probably not the most interesting thing to watch because you can't see crap, but there we go. Greased. New pads. We gotta put a little grease on the outside edge of this, the outside edge of this, or on our caliper piston. We gotta compress our piston and a little bit of this grease on all the moving metal surfaces. Alright guys, got it back on. The rotor's on. The caliper, the piston got pushed in. I got the brake pads on. And I just slid it back on. You kind of fold it in. Then you put these two bolts back, one there and one on the bottom. These are the big bolts that hold the bracket in. So everything's good. It's probably supposed to spray this with, you know, with brake cleaner. If I have some, I'll go get it, but if not, you know, it's a little dirty, but it'll burn off. Who needs brake cleaner? Alright, tire back on. See if the sun's over there. I'll turn the truck around and leave all the tools here and turn the truck around if I can. Alright guys, there's no way this side's going to go quite as well, so I'm going to spare you from watching me do the same thing twice, and there's probably going to be a little bit of swearing going on. So I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Hey guys, I lost you just a little while ago. Everything went well on this side too, so that's a good thing. New rotors, new pads. I did not put new emergency brake stuff, like I said. This truck gets driven very little. Did an oil change. I think I might be a quart short on oil, so I have to go see if I have some in the shed. The right weight. I got 5W40, 5W20, but this takes 5W30. I don't know if I could put 1 quart of 5W30 in there, or 40 or 20. I don't know if it'll make that big a difference. So, anyway, topped her off with some antifreeze. Just running it a minute here, and I'm gonna check the oil. But probably gonna give her a putz up to town. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. It's 6 o'clock already, so I'm sure Jen will want to eat. She's down at the food plot orchard getting milkweed for her little caterpillars. You guys loved seeing those. I'm glad I left that in the video. I never know what to leave in the video sometimes. Glad I left that in there. It's cool beans, guys. Got fresh oil, fresh rear brakes. I have no idea what the front ones look like because I've had this vehicle for 2 or 3 years now. Probably 3 years, and it had a lot of stuff done to it before I got it. It was an older gentleman's truck. It had 99,000 miles on it. It's got probably 130 now. I don't know, the speedo stopped working at 117. We've been driving it off and on for a year, so off and on, not full time. So probably got 125, 130 on it. Maybe I will sell this truck after this summer so it doesn't just sit here another winter. I was going to try to get a plow for it, but it's hard to get a plow for a 1500 Dodge Ram this old. It's like there's a lot for the 2500s, but I guess you could probably just buy one new and buy a used plow. But I got chains for this. I got a set of 4 chains, tire chains for this, so it'd be a good set. So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I gotta put the mounts on the truck for the camper because we're gonna go on an adventure here in about a week. I gotta get that squared away, make sure it's all good and ready to go. I finally got the right ones. I had some major problem with the company. I'm making a video. I have a video half made, and I don't know if I'm gonna roast them or not. It's not all their fault. I mean, it is their fault, but it's just been a pain in the butt. I still haven't got my money back. I've sent the stuff in a week ago. I sent the wrong stuff they sent me back a week ago. I still haven't got my $500 back for what I sent back, so we'll see how long that takes to get my money back. They take your money in 2 minutes. Alright guys, let's see if it's fixed. Let's hope at least the front brakes work if we're going down the... Be right back.
Alright.
I'm going on a 5-mile cruise just to wear the brakes in a little bit.
Okay.
You don't want to go?
No, I'm good here with...
Alright, I'll be back in 10-15 minutes.
Good here with my flowers and plants.
Alright. Look at the cucumbers, guys, crawling up the trellis.
They're getting big.
Yeah. It's gonna be like a jungle in there pretty soon.
It already is a jungle in here.
Alright, I'll be back.
Okay.
brakes are squeaking a little bit. I don't know if the little hardware is rubbing on the rotor, but it smells pretty bad. I'm thinking maybe one of my calipers is seized, like open or closed. I mean, like pushing on the rotor, because you can hear it just a little bit. I can put calipers on it, I guess. I can't drive it like this. You can just barely hear it. I don't think it would smell that bad just from that little bit of the clip rubbing, and it would squeak even worse. So I'll see how much calipers are. I'm sure they're $100 a piece. I get up to the cabin and see which one it is, but I gotta replace them both. Can't just replace one. I mean, can, but anyway. Part of the game. Alright guys, made a rookie mistake. Big rookie mistake. It's like I'm back like I'm 16 years old and I was making silly decisions, trying to be frugal. Instead of just replacing all of the parts, I replaced some of the parts. And, you know, when I used to fix the old beater trucks for our daily drivers, I would fix all the parts because I didn't want to do exactly what I'm going to be doing right now, which is taking everything back apart and replacing stuff that, you know, I should have just replaced first round. It's an extra $150 worth of parts. And I could have done it all at once. It would all be done. But anyway, 23-year-old truck. Should have known that the calipers would like seize up or act up after I compressed them. So let's get this job rolling. I'll show it to you. Don't make this mistake. If you're working on your own stuff, I know money is not easy to come by and we have to like be frugal. But if you're doing stuff yourself, you're already saving a ton of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So don't be uber cheap. At least everything should come apart easily, right?
Yeah.
Just had it apart. Always chuck your wheels so stuff doesn't roll away.
Into the mini cabin.
Into the mini cabin. Gotta be double safe. Put it on the front tires too. I think this is the one that was acting up for sure. Press and hold. Release. You come all the way back up.
Uh-huh.
I press and hold. Release. I press and hold. Release. Press and hold. Release. All right. So fresh and so clean all the way around. All right, you can turn the truck off. Can you turn the key to the on position? All the way to the on position. There you go. Now, can you press the brake pedal? Does it feel stiff?
Harder, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, turn it off all the way. Alright, I'm just going to do the other side because there's no reason not to.
Okay.
Even if this side was the problem. This side, the caliper was broken now. Like literally, the piston was cracked. And it wasn't like that when I put it on, back on. It might have been cracked, but it wasn't chipped like that. Alright. Alright guys, I know you're not going to learn how to do brakes from me right now, but that's what we're doing. Extra $150, $65 per caliper, and then you got a $40 core that you have to turn in. But then, you know, $15 for $10 for fluid, a few little things. Ends up being like an extra $150 to do it all the way right, with all new rotors, all new brake pads, and calipers. Normally, you know, you don't like to replace the calipers because then you open up the brake lines and have to like bleed them. But Jen helped me with that. Did a good job. Thank you.
I don't know.
All right, guys. So lesson be learned: if you're not in a dire situation with money, and you're not 16, or you're 16 and broke,
Spend the money?
spend the extra $150. So we'll have $150 plus we'll have $300 into all new rotors, pads, and calipers on the back of this. $300. Now, when you go to a shop and it says $100 an axle, that's just if they can throw brake pads on it with no rotors, and you always need rotors. There's no way they're going to do $100 an axle. That's just maybe for the labor, even. That's not for the labor and the parts. So you're going to spend $500 to $1,000 to do what I'm doing here, if a shop does it. Most likely, unless you have a really good mechanic that loves you and wants to do stuff for very affordably. So anyway, I'm going to do the other side, and hopefully we can cruise this bad boy up to town to get rid of recycling and get parts for the other project, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Let's wrap this up. I'll show you the finished product.
Okay.
Guys, I made it down the hill safely, so that's good. Put my my seatbelt on for you guys, even though I'm in the woods. I do plan on going out onto the pavement and giving a little bit of so far so good. Guys, very happy. 300 bucks. So I'll have about $300, $129 for a battery. I'll have $500 or $600 into this bad boy. $500 or $600 into this truck this year, plus so I'm about $800 into driving this truck for the year so far. So yeah, it adds up. It adds up. But you know what? If it saves a few thousand miles on my nice truck, or my new truck, that's a good thing. That's less depreciation on that vehicle. So guys, if I could drive this vehicle for $1,000 a year and save a couple $1,000 in depreciation on my new truck from added miles, because that truck's more expensive to drive, that's a good thing. But nice and quiet. Nice and quiet now. Ride smooth. So guys, my battery's about to die. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I know this isn't a typical off-grid project video, but I just wanted to get something to you guys. And you know what? There's always lessons to be learned. Even after 25 plus years of driving, we'll still make mistakes. I think I would know better driving beaters my whole life. But anyway, guys, appreciate you hanging out with me during this video. I'm gonna get back to the cabin, eat some dinner. We'll see you guys for the next project in the next video, okay? Alright, best wishes.